Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the popular and emotional romance novel Things We Never Got Over by. This story isn't just about love, it's also about self-growth, family, trust, and healing. If you enjoy slow-burn romance with strong emotional characters, then this story is definitely for you. Let's begin. The story revolves around Naomi Witt, a kind, caring, and somewhat naive woman. Naomi's life has never really been stable, largely because of her twin sister Tina, who has always manipulated her. One day, Naomi travels to a small town called Knockemout to help her sister. However, when she arrives, she discovers that Tina has betrayed her and run away. Not only does Tina steal Naomi's money and car, but she also leaves behind an unexpected responsibility, her 11-year-old daughter, Waylay. Now Naomi is left with no money, no plan, and suddenly the responsibility of caring for a child she didn't even know existed. But instead of running away, Naomi decides to stay and face it. This is where Knox Morgan enters the story. Knox is a grumpy, rude, and emotionally closed-off man who avoids attachments and prefers a simple, drama-free life. When he first meets Naomi, they immediately clash. Knox wants nothing to do with her, but circumstances push him into helping her anyway. Despite his resistance, he gradually becomes involved in both Naomi's and Waylay's lives. Naomi and Knox are complete opposites. Naomi is optimistic and trusting, while Knox is cynical and guarded. Yet, it is these differences that begin to draw them together. Over time, through small interactions and shared challenges, a connection starts to grow between them. Meanwhile, Naomi develops a strong bond with Waylay. At first, Waylay is distant and doesn't trust her, but slowly she begins to open up. This relationship becomes the emotional heart of the story. Naomi steps into a maternal role, learning how to care for and protect Waylay, while also discovering her own strength in the process. As the story progresses, both Naomi and Knox undergo significant emotional growth. Naomi learns to stand up for herself and set boundaries, breaking free from her pattern of always putting others first. Knox, on the other hand, begins to confront his past and the emotional walls he has built around himself. For the first time, he allows someone to get close to him. Their relationship develops slowly, filled with tension, attraction, and emotional vulnerability. However, things are not easy. Naomi's sister Tina reappears, bringing more chaos and complications into their lives. Secrets come to light, trust is tested, and both Naomi and Knox are forced to confront their fears. Knox struggles with the idea that he may not be good enough for Naomi, while Naomi fears that Knox will never fully commit to her. At one point, they try to distance themselves from each other, believing it might be the right thing to do. But their feelings are too strong to ignore. In the end, Knox realizes that he cannot imagine his life without Naomi. He decides to face his fears and fight for their relationship. Naomi, now stronger and more confident, no longer depends on anyone for her happiness, but she chooses Knox out of love, not necessity. The story concludes on a hopeful and satisfying note. Knox breaks down his emotional barriers, and Naomi fully embraces her self-worth. Together, they build a future that is not perfect, but real, grounded in love, trust, and mutual growth. That's the story of Things We Never Got Over, a heartfelt journey of love, healing, and finding strength in unexpected places.